What will Google entering the foldable market look like? So we've seen a lot of leaks and renders and specs of the long-rumored Google Pixel Fold. Google has a fairly consistent history or track record of its products basically completely leaked down to the specs months before any announcement by Google. There was even one person from Ghana who allegedly got a Pixel 7 Pro months before it even launched. All the leaks and rumors are fine and dandy, but what could this mean for Google and what could it mean for foldables? And if you would be so kind to fold me into the list of channels that you're subscribed to, that would be great. Well, another common trend that Google is known for is picking up and dropping projects on the fly. They did this with the Google Stadia, they did this with countless other Google services and apps, and it's not out of the question that if the Pixel Fold doesn't succeed as well as they might hope that it does, that it could be the next thing on the chopping block as well. Okay, so quick overview of the Pixel Fold. It's rumored to be similar to the Oppo Find N, which is a bit of the thicker, squarer, foldable phone, more similar to what a normal smartphone feels like in the hand. Not as much like the Samsung Galaxy Fold series, which is pretty tall and thin and then kind of opens up to a more normal experience. Instead of just discussing some of what the leaks and rumors are, I can just show you like this. And of course, I want to talk about what that could actually mean. Many leaks show the new foldable having 3 cameras on the back, probably going to be very premium, the same sort of cameras that you'd find on the Pixel 7 or 7 Pro. And since there would be an outside screen as well as an inside screen, here's what I think some of the use cases would probably be. I think that the inside screen is going to be basically just made for a content viewing experience. It's going to be scrolling through your social media feed when you actually have downtime, playing games, watching videos, especially watching videos. I think that could even be a selling point. The thing about Google is that they have been known to be a little bit iffy on hardware. They're iffy on the fingerprint scanner, which even though some say on the 7 Pro it's a little bit more consistent than on the 6 Pro, many people still say that it's still slow compared to other phones. They've been using their own processors as well. The Google, I think it's the G2 Tensor chip is what they're calling it, which while being able to allow for more customization and software optimization on Google's end, they're considerably worse in benchmarks than the competing like Snapdragon chips. Even so, they tend to deliver on software like no other, and software tends to be one of Google's biggest selling points. So what I'm expecting to happen is probably that the Pixel Fold series could offer a look to how Google themselves support foldables in the future, how it's more and more baked into Android, but also how certain features could be limited to only having the Google Pixel Fold series. And I think that's going to be one of their biggest selling points. Something that they've done time and time again in the past with their Android phones is limiting some of the software experience to getting the new device, even though their previous gen phones and other phones are more than capable of the same software experiences. Some examples of this are camera features like Google's Magic Eraser and the more recent Photo and Blur. It's just things like these that have been released with new Pixel phones that Google has touted as features due to improvements in computational power and software integration, but eventually they end up making their way to the previous gen Google phones and other Android phones anyways, so I don't think it actually would be any different if they do introduce any sort of special software for their own foldable phones. So could the Pixel Fold disrupt the foldable industry the way that Google hopes and have them competing with Samsung, who's currently at the top of their game? I'm excited to see what happens, and if you want to see another video of mine discussing the glorious Model O2, you can go ahead and click right here. Aside from that, have a good one.